One.
How old is it?
She's 16 months.
Oh,
She just started walking like this week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is she like saying stuff?
No, she knows cat and dog and
But
dad.
not mom or dad?
She knows dad.
It's easier for them to say dad.
Yeah.
Like the does, the developmentally become like, or it's an earlier developmental cue than the m.
Right.
So it's always hilarious because the dads just have these shit-eating grins when their kids say dad first. But it's always the case. I said dad first.
I think Rob's gonna have kids late in life. He's gonna have like, hey, go from no kids to 9 kids. What is up, Gray Man? First in the house. What up, yo? Probably one of my favorite folks from across the pond.
He is really funny. I like Gray Man a lot. He makes me laugh.
Yeah, and you know what? He looks like if I had to picture what a British gosh, who's that hero?
He looks like an Alan Moore stand-in.
He does look like Alan Moore.
I mean, like he could be a stunt double.
A stunt double for Alan Moore. That'd be cool.
Yeah, why not? All right, Tony, bet I'm going to your.
Okay. So, since Caroline had a birthday very recently, from what I understood, she is 21.
Yep.
Are you really 21?
No.
Oh, okay. We'll just go with that. You're 21. You get to call it first. I have a coin here. You got heads or tails?
Oh, I go tails.
Tails? All right. And I lost it, but I have a spare.
An heir and a spare?
It is heads. Rob, do you want to go first or second?
I will go second.
Okay. Lady Fantastic, you are on the clock. Before you start, if you want to shout out your social media, go ahead.
All right, so I am Lady Fantastic, as you see in the bottom left-hand corner. It could be right for you. I don't know. That's my YouTube. My Instagram is this. I'm going to enter it into the description or the chat box, and that's where you can. Is there a budget for what we bought? Yes. So we got a $15 gift card for Nucadia, and we could spend whatever, however we chose. And so what we show is basically how we spent our money. All right. So is it cool if I go now and just do my thing?
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. So
I'm really excited. So this was close to $15.
Okay.
It was like 13 and some change. I will admit, though, that it had been in the green section. Do you know what I mean, green?
Yeah.
Okay. But I really like it, and I'm really excited about it. It is Weird Worlds #1.
Very cool.
Edgar Rice Burroughs. We've got the introduction of John Carter, Warlord of Mars. And so the story of this weird world, or this weird worlds story, is that for this series, it was a 10-book series, and they had initially planned for it to just be like buying the rights to Edgar Rice Burroughs like stories and integrating them into the comics. But after issue 7, it was like no longer economically feasible to continue to buy the rights to these Burroughs characters. And so they got like Chaykin and some other people on to do Iron Wolf for 8, 9, and 10. And that's kind of cool. But this is Weird Worlds #1. It does have some spine ticks. It is not perfect. But you can see those little imperfections. And there's also some that's upside down. There you go. I'm not very good at this.
So let me throw some questions at you.
Okay.
Why did you select that book? What was it about that book that was appealing to you?
Okay, so first, John Carter, Warlord of Mars is super fun and campy story. I also like Edgar Rice Burroughs just in terms of his Tarzan stuff. And some of those Tarzan books were awesome with Joe Kubert drawing. But Weird Worlds, what interested me is that the first showing of John Carter is actually not in Marvel, of which I was not necessarily aware. So
That's right.
So to see him in #1 first time in the DC, but then you actually go and you read the Marvel series, it's great. And it's because of the story that is after issue 7, it was no longer feasible for DC to continue to buy rights to these Edgar Rice Burroughs characters. And if you saw, like with Tarzan as well, they stopped buying. But then you see the reiteration or whatever of Weird Worlds in Marvel. So clearly there was some magic there. And again, John Carter, Warlord of Mars, issue 18 is like Frank Miller's first work penciling for Marvel. So that's another thing. So it's just like a lot of things kind of meshing, and it's super fun and campy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very awesome choice.
So that's my spiel. And I mean, unless you want me to talk about any more feelings or,
Nope. That's, it's your book. Describe it how you want.
Yeah. I mean, the condition's decent, and I'm very happy. And I mean, it's not perfect, but the color is really popping. And for a price that's less, I mean, it was almost $15. Let's not kid ourselves. It was almost $15, but it it was 13 and some change. And I just thought that was badass. And so, I went for the kill, you guys. I went for the kill.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So what you got, Rob?
All right, Rob, you are on the clock.
Well, Lady Fantastic likes going for the kill, but actually, how about y'all come a little closer? A little closer. I like to devastate the entire area. So, how about we jump on over to the other camera and get a little bit further away? Because when I go to look at my collection, I have to look at one, is it just going to take up room because it's something under $15? Or do I fill in some holes of things that I don't have? And quickly enough, I realized I am not going to be able to get all of the big keys that I want this year because I need to do back taxes. I need to pay to get a better life. So it's nice to have all these back here. It's going to kind of stay looking this way. Only minor keys. So this is what I picked out. I'm going to jump on over to the other camera right now so you can see. And it's not the first book that you're seeing right here. No, this is just covering up what is behind the adventure into fear. But the first appearance of Blake, it's not the first appearance. It's not the first reprint that goes for $50. It is something that just came out recently because, as many people know, I've been looking forward to getting 2 books towards the end of last year. That was The Werewolf by Night 32, which I did in fact get. But the other one, unfortunately, was this. I haven't gotten it yet. Looks like it's probably not going to happen this year. So I will settle for the reprint. This way I can read it. Because I don't have a single issue of any other Tomb of Dracula. I can let the hard-to-reach chips go. The other book is one that fills in a portion of a run that I've been doing since about, 1997. I only missing about 8 or 9 books from the entire run up until what just came out last week. Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 622. This is a Morbius appearance, and I did know that Morbius was coming out in a movie. How was I supposed to know that they were dropping the trailer so quickly? And that the trailer was pretty decent. So while I won't exactly call this a key, or maybe it is, I didn't look at Key Collector app. All I was doing was filling in a run that I've been collecting year in, year out, and don't see myself stopping anytime soon. That's
cool.
the way it was.
Very, very cool. And what about those books that was appealing to you?
So appealing to me is the fact that I don't have the first print. So I would like to put the first print right back there, right next to my actual copy of Werewolf by Night 32. But, you know, if wishes were fishes, the world would be full of fish. So make do with what you have. You can always have that desire, that want, that burn to get that next book, maybe in a month, maybe in a year. Always look forward to something, kids. And for me, one of these days, it's going to be the first print of this. But for
So
now-
I've got a good one. There's if ifs and buts were oats and nuts, we'd all have a bowl of granola.
That's true. Can't argue with that one.
Just wanna throw that in
Okay,
there.
so that means it's time to vote. So hold your books up, and everybody in the comments down, not comments, but in the live chat, who do you think won? Who bought the best book or books, Lady or Rob? And I'm gonna give everyone, about 5 or 10 minutes to vote, maybe slightly longer, see what
5,
traffic
10
we got
minutes.
coming in. I mean, you
Vote.
don't gotta hold it up that long, but just a recap. So curious to get everybody's vote. Let's see, we got I don't know how you're gonna pronounce it. Hack79. What's up, dude? Shaman. What's going on? Nice to see you. Who you vote for? Gray Man. Oh, Metarog's now in the house. So who you gotta vote. That's the only way we know who gets to move on to the next round. So who you got?
Like hiding.
So Lady Fantastic or Rob? Who do you guys think?
Who you voting?
I can't vote. I guess you guys will vote for yourselves. Yo, Bake. Okay, now they're starting to show up in here. Let's see. Who do you think
Heck.
bought the best books? Lady, one vote for Lady Fantastic.
One for
Two
Rob.
for
Two-
Lady Fantastic.
So
one
two for Lady
me.
Fantastic, one for Rob.
Look at that
Oh, man.
Morbius.
That is a nice
It
Morbius
goes in
cover,
the run.
nice Spider-Man cover. But you know what? The John Carter DC Universe book.
Right there.
That's a very unique find that I didn't know about. So that's
Dude.
pretty good. Another vote for Lady Fantastic. Looks like she's gonna run with it, Rob.
Come on, people.
That's cool.
And I'm sure if she wins tonight, she'll probably have that up at her next auction.
Not this one. I'm keeping this one.
Bake says he's just going with the masses.
You follow.
But he also says that's a nice Spider-Man cover.
Yes. Think for yourself, people. Don't be sheep.
So we got the first appearance or the first reprint of the first Blade. We got a nice Morbius cover.
Rob's
Yeah.
Comic Museum. You're more than welcome, Bake. Anytime you want on a weekend, just let me know in advance. And Bake, this coming Saturday, tomorrow, I'm going to the Mikasuki Gaming Indian Reservation Resort for the comic book show right off of Chrome Avenue in Miami. It's from 9 to 5. I'm going to be there at the ass crack of dawn.
All right.
I
And
am the worst.
Unruly Shaman voted for Lady Fantastic. So, yeah. Unruly Simeon, not Unruly Shaman. I don't know what my problem is. I can't read tonight. But, yeah, I think Lady Fantastic is going to win.
I quit. No.
She can't win if I quit.
Yeah, I know.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Right? I voted for Rob because he's the worst.
Hell yeah, I am. It says it on my driver's license, bitch.
Oh, that's funny.
Tweet.
Imagine growing up a short, fat kid into comics with the last name of Worst.
Right? This I did not think it would go this way. What I thought would happen was Rob was going to pick up one kick-ass book, and I thought that Lady Fantastic would get a stack of like really good books, and it would be a toss-up. But nothing.
You don't know me, Tony. You don't know me.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
You don't know where I've been. Look at this face. Look
The
at
courtroom.
it. Really
I know
look at it. Look at the lines on this. The horror. The
You
horror.
just got a
that
big
lives on
scar.
this.
But hey, speaking of good deals, can I show you guys what I got for $3?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Detective 526. I think that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah. I need that.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, it is. Anniversary.
Yeah, 500th time Batman's been. Yeah, Batman's 500th appearance. Ooh. I don't know. I just thought it was fun, and for $3, I couldn't turn it down.
No, that's a good book.
Yeah, I like the way it pops. It's super fun.
Looks Christmassy.
It is.
Kind of looks like those frame covers Marvel was liking.
But yeah, I've found some cool books at the comic shop today, or not today, but yesterday. So they had some crazy Moon Knights that I didn't expect to find. Not original ones, but like 2009 series, 2011 series or something.
Oh, it looks like you won, Lady Fantastic. So let me be the first to congratulate you. Sorry, Tony. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
So do I get a cookie?
No, you get to move on to the next round.
Who am I facing?
Tim the Comic Collector.
That's my game face.
It's weird. I sent an Instagram post
Yeah.
for everyone to come and vote. I got more likes in the post than votes in the actual chat.
Nice participation.
That's okay. I appreciate anything.
I mean, it is Friday night, just to be
Yeah,
fair.
It's hard to go up against people like Rod the Rican and his crew. It's tough.
Well, it's not even like later until like some other channels. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Don't be so hard on yourself. Is what we're saying.
Oh, I'm
And
not.
think of it this
I'm
way.
not.
Lady Fantastic and I, our show that we do on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock, we go up against at the exact same time the Comic Core. And that's a pretty serious show to go up against.
It's a
I
very
wasn't
serious show.
about that on day one, but now it's just more variety. That's just how we should think of ourselves. Not that we're really
True.
competing against one another. Hey, if you don't like what's going on another channel, hey, there's something else on. It's not like this is the only thing to watch. This is no longer the 1950s where you only have channels 4, 6, and 10.
I mean, like you're the master of your domain. You decide where you want to go.
Which brings me to Metarog here. I know he's coming up. He's going to be playing
tomorrow.
next week. Next week.
Oh
He's
well,
going
on
up
here,
against-
okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's going to be playing this game next week against Dan Piercy. So that's going to be.
I want to have to watch that, but
That's a
he's
big
also
one.
like oh, thanks, Hack. You're nice. What was I gonna say? Tomorrow, Metarog's going on Isle of the Rare. So it's Sharon Brown. I don't know if you're aware of Life with Two YouTubers, but he's going to be on that too, and he's going to talk about all things rare. So it should be cool.
Yes. Always looking for good Metarog videos for sure.
None of them are bad. He's like a treasure trove of knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
So now that I got you guys on here, let me give you guys a chance here to talk about. I know you guys do the Not Near Mint show. What is coming up on your personal channels as well?
Well, Rob, do you want to go first, or would you like me to?
For me, it's actually super easy, barely even an inconvenience. So my channel is Not Near Mint. I only do the show once a week on Wednesdays, 10 o'clock. We've been trying to get a little bit shorter so it's easier for people to digest on the replay. And, Lady Fantastic, myself, Miracle Man, we all have real jobs. It's not as though we can spend all day doing YouTube. I'd love to. I know Lady Fantastic would love to. So would Miracle Man. And notice I'm actually calling him Miracle Man, not Mr. Miracle Man. So that's what I'm doing. I like having fun doing this every Wednesday, whether one person's watching, 20 or 200. I thank everybody that watches. We try and keep it lively. We try and keep some discussion and try and invite people on when we have some opportunities. So we're going to be looking forward to that next week. Pretty fantastic.
Perfect.
It's honestly just a really nice time to kind of like decompress and talk about things that make you feel like a kid and excited, you know? And so, that's honestly some of the best ideas. This is how we plan on how to do the Not Near Mint show. We'll send each other a series of texts about what interests you? What do you want to talk about? And you really sit there and you think about, you know, there are really you as a, like, there are lots of things that one could bring up as a topic that you probably share with lots of different people. So It's nothing like, it's not some huge think tank. As much as it is like three people that like comics that are talking about their like relative experiences, like, but hey, I found this warehouse and I'm gonna try to get in and like, you know, get something. You know, oh hey, I found, you know, this, or, you know, such and such happened. You know, I don't know, man. It's just it's like a knitting circle for comic nerds. That's what I like.
So we got Bub's Comics in the house. I want to highlight Bub's comics. One, because he's a super cool dude.
He's really
and two, he just put out a video. Pretty sure it was today, and I saw his comic book cabinet for the first time. That is really cool, dude. I have a very similar file cabinet, and now I kind of want to make it like yours, where it's got like a clear front, and that's like the coolest thing since sliced bread.
Bub, why am I not called back for No Faces Monday?
Yeah, everybody, if you haven't, everybody check out each other's channel. We got Bub, we got Gray Man, we got Bake the Snake, we got Hack 79. I'm just gonna call it Hack 79 because it makes sense to me. We got Metarog.
That's what we call him.
Rob Wurs is in the chat. That's weird.
Ew.
I'm everywhere. I got my hand in everything.
Yeah. And like, okay, so I think it was like Rob and I mean, I brought it up like on one of my little stream things, but it's like you can get into these little debates about like, all right, people like to lump like, you know, Jean Grey and White Queen together, but it's not fair, you know, just really nerdy, tangential things. But it's like, if you read a character for so long, I mean, I don't know. It's all kinds of stuff. I'm getting on tangents now. But.
Yeah, I shared this with Rob, Lady Fantastic. I want to share it with you. I want to get your 2 cents on it. What do you think of this headline? I'm going to show it here in just a second. I don't know if you can see that. It says, Spider-Man just joined the DC universe. Yes, really. And it is, I don't want to say it's misleading because, I mean, it is, but it isn't Spider-Man. Yeah.
I'm confused.
I mean, it's Spider-Man in the sense that, oh, it's my dog. Rob's got it.
So I can fix this if anybody wants to take a look. So
yes.
Let me jump on over to my camera, and this is the issue. It is issue 12 of Young Justice that just came out, I believe this week, if not last week. I have not read it. It wasn't until that Tony told me about this that I went ahead, ripped this out. Not literally rip, because that was our whole last show about not destroying your comics. So I'll jump on over to the other camera. I'll flip to the last page in this. You'll notice I'm not handling it with white gloves because it's a Wonder comic. Who gives a crap about these? Yeah. Shots over the bow. The other camera, and this is the first appearance of a Spider-Man prototype in the DC universe.
Where? Oh shit!
Kid you not, he's swinging around.
Yeah. So I mean, okay, this is the way I feel. A little, not really much. here's the deal. I think Komodo was talking on like a stream, or not a stream. We were texting earlier today, and yeah, this might not be like a popular opinion, but I could kind of agree to him an extent. And he was like, I always catch so much shit when I say, I don't get the appeal of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Like, I just don't get it. Never. He's like, Moon Knight, on the other hand, is really interesting to me. But, like Peter Parker's kind of vanilla, dude. And, Moon Knight's like black licorice. Nah, I don't know. So, it's just, how do I feel about it? If it brings more people into comic shops, I'm all for it. Sure.
Yeah. And there's another one for just a second.
Oh, it's Bolland. I like Bolland Bake the Snake. I like it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the Wonder Woman that I have sitting off to the side here.
I have a Swamp Thing Annual 3 that's Bolland.
So here's another one. Thor just killed the DC universe. And
what the fuck?
Yeah, there's plenty of these. So I don't know if like DC and Marvel are shooting shots at each other, but it's kind of cool. So they show the panel. See if I can bring it up right down here. Might be a little tough to see, but they show the Daily Planet. I mean, it's obviously the Daily Planet. That's obviously Superman. And I guess I'm not familiar with what's happening in the Thor comics, but there's some kind of like black stuff coming down, and people are dying if they touch it, I guess.
That's the Black Winter.
Black Winter. That makes sense. Looks like snow. But he talks about the god of emerald light, the god of the ocean, the god of speed, god of strength, and they're all dying. And there's the DC universe and this Earth, and they're all just like dying. Bake the Snake likes black licorice, and I thought he was cool, but he's not anymore.
I mean, strangely enough, when he's talking clickbait, man, most recent issue of Superman, because today I had 2 depositions where nobody showed up. So guess what? I caught up on all my comic books. So in the most recent issue of Superman, you have oh, wait, no, it wasn't Superman. My bad. It's Spider-Man. It was something I actually enjoyed. That's why I guess my mind was blacking.
Which one?
Out. Oh my God, I like the recent issue of Nick Spencer's Spider-Man. It's a new story, and J. Jonah Jameson is being led into TNM, which is like not Fox News, it's Threats and Menaces, and it's all clickbait stuff. And it's like, Jonah, you were essentially the one that taught us how to do all this stuff. It doesn't matter what the headline is, just grab the headlines, and it's all bullshit.
So I like the Miles Morales. That's like, but I ended up like, so you just heard me kind of shit on Spider-Man, which is kind of silly because I collect Spider-Man comics. And it wasn't until a couple of years ago I watched the Spider-Verse movie, and I was like really impressed with it. It was really good. Not that my opinion matters for shit in terms of films, but I'm just saying it right now on your show, Tony Fett.
That's okay.
What's up, okay. Boatwright?
Boatwright Family Comics.
That
definitely
man
check them out too.
Boy can draw.
Yeah. Man, lots of people showing up tonight. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
lots
dude.
Good people.
Yeah, I know. It's the quality. Bringing over the high
quality as opposed to the quantity.
Cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, Rob and his cool tie.
You don't want all the the ruffians and the hooligans in here. Just the classy folks.
Yeah, well, who makes your tie? What kind of tie you got on there?
It's Kenneth Cole. It's a cheap tie. It's not like it's a $200 Brioni. It's a $20 Kenneth Cole.
I have a Donald Trump tie from when he launched a clothing line. I got it on Ross before he even thought about running for president. I was like,
is it super long?
It is really long. It's really
they're
long.
Long. They're embroidered. They're gaudy as hell. But they were going for like between $120 to $220.
I got it because it was $7 brand new, and then like it's a very nice tie, and then like it says like right where the bottom of the tie it says Donald Trump in like an embroidered thing.
Like right next to your crotch.
Yeah, and then when people started like really hating it, I was like, you should probably take this off. I don't want people to punch me in the gonads.
Yeah, I don't want to invite anybody that would just walk up to me on the street and start an argument for any reason. I am the Hulk.
Hey man,
I literally am like the Hulk. And what does the Hulk want more than anything else in the world? want to be left alone.
Yeah, Metarod brings up a good point. Cheaper ties mean more money for comics. Makes sense to
And
me.
there's a way to do it. I worked in fashion for about 13 years to tell you enough for this. You want to save money on clothes? This is what you do. Go into wherever the hell it is that you want to shop, try some stuff on, and then once you find stuff you like, don't buy it. Instead, take a picture of your camera of the UPC code, then go online, type that in for shopping in your Google, and you'll find a list of who has it for the cheapest. So instead of buying that Louis Vuitton purse for about $300, you can go online and get it for $125. You want even the shitty Levi jeans that are $40, you're going to get them for $12. Don't pay to keep somebody else's lights on.
Comics on the Mind, what's going on? Nice to see you and goodbye. Comics on the Mind. I thought what you were going to say is go into the store, try it on, and then run.
Dude, I work in the legal field. I'm not going to tell you to commit a crime.
I thought that's
If
where
I
you were
am,
going
I'm
with
going
it.
to tell you how to do it so you don't get caught.
That's what I was
Step
waiting for
one,
the
don't tell
punchline.
anybody.
But see, I can't wear like a Donald Trump tie to work. One, I work for the government, so outside.
Are like you still in the military or like a
No.
different sector?
Nope, I'm a civilian. So I work. I can't really say what department
If
I
you
work for.
can't
I
say-
don't want to get them, but I work for the government. I'm not a public figure, but I work for a lot of public figures. So there's a media around a lot, so we get yelled at. You know, there's psychos. We have to worry about psychos all the time. We have police everywhere. So it's very high that would run in the chances are high that I'll run into a psychopath.
Well, and sometimes those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
True.
But in the government, it doesn't matter who you support. It's probably best to try and leave all politics out of governmental jobs. But whoever's the current sitting president, doesn't matter who it is, Democrat or Republican, there's going to be little cliques in your office. And whoever the party is the most leading the country at the time is probably going to get the preferential treatment. So more often than not, it's probably just best to, in any kind of work life, to smile politely and nod your head and just back away and try not to stir the boat. You
Biggie
want to
Shack.
get paid so you can buy those comic books.
Right. We got Biggie Shack in the house. So real quick, I'm going to ask you both yes or no questions. We're just going to go a lightning round real quick. This one's going to be an answer I'll need. So Darkseid is running for president against Thanos. Who do you vote for?
Dark side.
No,
Okay, you're going to go third party.
I don't vote. Yes or no? It was yes or no, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Wonder
I would
Woman.
have to say Darkseid simply because I feel like Thanos is a cheapened Darkseid, and
Right.
Darkseid was a Kirby creation.
Right?
Okay, so that's it.
Wonder Woman,
I'd
yes or
say
no?
Darkseid just because I know that he would extinguish all life in the universe, and life always seems to find a way. And I am just curious to see what happens when everything burns.
True. So Wonder Woman, yes or no? Just
Wonder
not ru-
Woman?
just yes as a character, yes or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
bondage. Hell yes.
Wonder Woman, yes.
Man Thing,
Yes.
Swamp Thing.
Yep.
Man Thing and Swamp Thing.
Yep.
So we got another vote for Darkseid. We got another vote for Thanos. That's cool.
So like Thanos would just let half the people live.
Luke-
Darkseid kill everybody.
Luke Fox as Batman, yes or no?
Oh yes.
Is Luke Fox? I don't know.
Lucius, you know who Lucius Fox is, right?
So is it this
It's his
the
son.
African American black man?
Yep.
Here, I'll show you. I have it right here.
So Lucius Fox is the new
Sure.
Batman in
Yeah,
DC
fuck it.
5G.
Yeah. Why
Okay.
not?
Far Sector. That's a new character. I don't know if you would know.
Yeah.
You're not really into DC like I am.
Yeah, here you go. Batwing.
There you go. There it is. Let me get you on the big screen. There you go. Batwing.
So you can see that right here is his first appearance, and right here is where he shares the first full cover. And he looks like a pretty cool goddamn Batman to me. And he doesn't have to be the Batman, because just like Spider-Man, you don't need the Peter Parker. There's several of them. There's a Spider-Gwen. There's a Miles Morales. There's several of them. Why not have a Luke Fox?
So who said that? Bake said Darkseid will just kill us all. At least Thanos will do it logically. So I feel like the one thing that Starlin did do was bring in like philosophy into like the dark side character, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd probably go dark side, even though right above my shoulder here, other side, I guess, you can see a giant Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
I would still vote dark side, but that's cool. Word on the street is we're getting another DC Universe, Marvel Universe crossover. You guys excited for that?
Depends on who's working on it.
That's true. That's true.
If it's Brian Michael Bendis, I will actually be curious because now he has a handle on both companies, and really more Marvel than DC. Because let's be fair, look at it, Superman.
I want more Lobo the Duck.
Yeah, I'd definitely be on board with that. But I agree. If they do like Brian Michael Bendis on it, you're right. That is interesting because he's had a lot of Gray Man's voting for Cthulhu.
Always vote Cthulhu.
Yeah, someone that's been in both camps. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I'm excited for that. I'm excited.
Yeah,
for that.
I want more Lobo the Duck.
Lobo the Duck. So, have you guys seen the Wonder Woman 84 trailer yet?
I have, and I'm wondering, is Cheetah going to look like one of the characters from that latest movie, Cats? Because that was horrifying.
Yeah, that was horrifying. You know what's really gonna upset me though? If Cheetah's like a nickname and she just happens to wear cheetah print.
But would she still have powers?
I'm sure they'll figure something out. But
Could she be like Animal Man? I mean, Animal Man didn't have to change into the animal. He just has to follow from the field around him.
I would actually find it hilarious if they did put like a cat in there from Cats. Like, see just straight up James Corden as the cheetah.
I loved the Wonder Woman movie. My only complaint about the Wonder Woman movie
was the second half.
No, was the Ares reveal.
Yeah,
you were let down by him, or you were let down that it was a person.
Yeah, because my whole spiel, like when I think of Ares, he puts his helmet on, his face turns black, and all you can see are his eyes because he could be anybody. He could be anybody, but no, but they kept his old timey British mustache and all this other stuff. I was like, come on.
It's kind of like Magneto back in the day that no one knew who he was under the helmet until one day this guy named Eric Lenscher shows up on Asteroid M and he's preaching about how he's going to save all the mutants, and it turns out to be Magneto. That's a good reveal. You don't necessarily have to reveal it to be somebody. Sometimes, like Wolverine, it's just best to keep the mystery, because once we found out his name was James Howlett, okay.
So, Mobius trailer. Did you guys catch it?
Yeah, I don't like Jared Leto, so I'm an asshole. I just thought it was like shots of him looking.
Yeah, Morbius. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was going Mobius. There's a Mobius movie. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know a whole lot about the character, but it seems like a good movie. I think that's a great way to introduce Blade. Maybe that's how they're going to bring him in.
I would
maybe.
think that.
Oh, but who has the rights to Blade?
Now Disney does.
Okay, but they don't have to Morbius, do they?
Yeah.
Technically, Morbius is an Amazing Spider-Man character. Well, it's not technically,
but it is an
Amazing Spider-Man character. So they have all rights to be using.
But is this a Fox or Sony production? I don't think it's Disney.
It's a Sony thing, but
yeah. So I think they still have like certain rights, and the thing is that okay. Will that mean? So where's Blade going to end up? Is he going to end up on the Disney side of the fence or this side of the fence? I don't know, because it seems like I don't know if they're going to integrate all of these characters or not, and how long will that take?
Yeah, Boatwright just said Morbius is Sony.
That's what I thought. So it's going to. I don't know. And like I said, I'm just not a huge Jared Leto fan, but
and Blade is really up in the air because that's strictly Disney.
I thought
that would be up to them to introduce.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought they did that. Didn't they do that either at Comic-Con or like Disney, whatever their big spiel is every year, the big Disney festival where they announced because that what is that actor's name? He's the new Blade, and I cannot remember his name.
Oh, Mahershala Ali. He
yes.
won best actor from Moonlight.
No,
Yes.
you're pronouncing it wrong. It's Wesley Snipes. I'm sorry.
But isn't he still in jail for tax evasion?
No, he's out. He's out.
Dude, I
What's
don't
really
care.
funny-
Though. White Man Can't Jump is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
What's
Won't
funny
find
about
me
Wesley
like-
Snipes is he wanted to do a Black Panther movie before he wanted to do a Blade movie.
Well, you missed the boat, Wesley.
And it's a lot of people, especially that don't know a whole lot about comics, are now, in the last 10 years are coming on to comics. And I have to like not correct people when they say Black Panther is the first African American Marvel character to get a movie. And I'm like, no, I can't. I try not to correct people because I don't want to seem like that kind of guy. But
Actually,
Look, in the
it's-
comic, yeah.
it goes. No,
In
we're
the
talking in a
movie?
movie. In a movie, no. Actually, for bonus points, who is the first African American to get a comic book movie?
Spawn.
Steel.
Rob's right.
Shaquille O'Neal.
It was Shaquille O'Neal.
That
Shaquille O'Neal.
stupid Shaquille O'Neal thing?
Yeah.
Not the Kazam movie, but Steel.
Steel. As
Yeah.
in, like, from the 4 Reign of Supermen, there was
Nope.
a Superboy,
I don't
Cyborg.
remember that for shit.
It was
I
awful.
remember Spawn.
Metal Rock says Blade was first. He might be right. I should probably look that up, but I'm pretty sure it was Shaq.
Oh, Gray Man. Idris Elba would be balling as Blade. God, I hope they would get him.
They wanted him to play replace Will Smith as Deadshot, but I'm glad that they didn't.
Dude, I love Idris. Anything he does is magic to me. I think he's amazing.
Yeah.
I love him. Luther, if you guys haven't watched Luther,
Oh,
that is
yeah.
bomb.
That dude has an anger problem.
But he's so good and he's just quiet about it. It's the British way.
Ill
I
movie.
keep wondering why he hasn't really been used in a Tarantino film, because Tarantino loves those slow burns, and he'd be perfect for one of his
He would
films.
be. He'd be a great cast. Man. Good one.
See, Blade
Yeah,
came
Blade
out
was
in
posted
'98,
Marvel.
so it was Shaq. Shaq came out a year before.
Yep,
Yeah,
Shaq was
damn
first show from DC.
That's pretty cool. Isn't that weird?
Well, wait. I mean,
O'Neal.
superheroes. I mean, if you want to like consider all the black exploitation films of the '70s, superhero, but I don't know, like not Shaq, Shaft.
Well, at least back in
is-
that time. Go ahead.
Is Blade English? I thought he was.
Yeah.
I
Is he?
did not know that.
He should have an English accent, but I think back in the late 90s, first of all, trying to have in the 90s a black character as a superhero leading a film was really hard to push in Hollywood. And then they saw it worked. So that movie was just huge for so many reasons.
My giant dog is trying to fit in this tiny space.
That's what my cat does.
So,
Yeah, but she's like 130 pounds.
What kind of dog?
A Newfoundland.
I don't
She's
know.
the small one, and she's 130 pounds.
So she's a human.
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan's in the house.
What's up, Dylan? My other dog is 150 pounds.
What kind of
And
dog?
for those of us just
She's
joining us,
massive.
the winner was
Yeah, Lady Fantastic won. So
You like
I can't clap too loud. Above me is a
Sorry,
sleeping
with the
baby.
oak tree.
She won with Weird Worlds. Yeah, we should probably show that off.
Weird World.
heard.
Number 1, Edgar Rice Burroughs, and you get like the first peek at John Carter, Warlord of Mars, in a DC kind of setting, which is this is one of the last runs, 1 through 7 of Weird Worlds. They used characters from Edgar Rice Burroughs publications, but then it was not in their financial interest to continue to do that. And so the last 3 issues don't have this. And then John Carter, Warlord of Mars, down here went to Marvel and had a Marvel series. So I thought this dude was pretty fun. It's not in perfect condition, and it was like 13 and some change. So
Okay, Rob, what'd you get? One more time.
Oh, I lost with these books. So I filled in some holes of my collection. This one filled in an issue of Amazing Spider-Man I didn't have. It's a Morbius appearance. And going along with that, I got a reprint of The Tomb of Dracula, number 10. This is not the one that's really expensive. This one just came out this past year, or maybe the end of last year. But I've been looking forward to getting it, so I'm happy I got it. I didn't win, but I'm okay with that. I'm glad Lady Fantastic won.
Yeah, so now it is Lady Fantastic versus Tim, the comic book collector. So that's going to be a good round. Next week, we have the legendary Metarog taking on the always entertaining Dan Piercy. Both have great channels, and Dan Piercy puts out some really funny short videos for like a minute. He'll go on this tangent about something terrible he doesn't like, slam a beer, and then that's it.
I like it. So this is what I think that Metarog's going to do. He is going to end up finding some crazy, obscure, like, comic made for, like, the Denver Post, or, like, you know, an ad for like Office Max or whatever, and it's going to be this crazy issue that you never knew existed because it was like some promotional thing. That's what I think he's going to do, but I don't know. Know.
He'll find that issue of Superman where these rich assholes commissioned like John Byrne and George Perez to make a fully illustrated comic book that was released only for this kid's birthday party. You can only find that stuff in an eBay auction where they go for about $1,000 and up.
Metal will find it.
I believe it.
So are you guys calling it for Metarog early?
No, I'm just saying that I know Metarog, and I know some of his loves are, and I think this kind of falls into the all things rare. He likes the strange and obscure. So
PS has it, the bar mitzvah issue. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I can't predict because I predicted this to go left and it went right. Zigged when I thought it was in a zag, so I can't guess. I did terrible in fantasy football this year, so my luck has not been very good.
If I'm going to lose to anybody, I'm happy it's to Lady Fantastic. And not Comic Head 84 again, because,
Kenny.
That's what I should have done. I should have put you guys up against maybe next year. I want to do like one big one a year. So this year is kind of like the test run, and the grand prize is something you actually want. It's not a book, but it's something. It's an actual fully functional Batmobile. Wouldn't that be nice?
Got us a Batmobile, people.
You know how many people I had to kill to get this Batmobile. But no, it's a legitimate prize. I'm excited to give it away because it is legit sweet.
It's one of your children.
I only have one, so here you go.
So I needed a slave.
Whatever you want, man.
That's what you have children for, right?
Right?
I need someone to take out the trash for me.
I had a lot of siblings growing up, so that's probably my parents thinking.
Well, just fill me in on like the rules and
exact same rules as what you did now. The exact same thing. Okay. You'll get to keep the challenge interesting. You'll get a slightly smaller gift card, and then if you go on to the championship ground, you get an even smaller gift card.
Well, we'll see what we do. It's interesting.
Yeah. Like what Grayman said, I'm giving you one of my giant dogs. That's the prize.
I want a cat. Wait, no. Second thought. They're already fighting and one of them's peeing on my floor. Keep the cat.
It's the giant Infinity Gauntlet. You know what? I may have giant dogs, but they're like what I like to call the Netflix breed of dogs. They don't really do anything. I got like an acre fenced in yard. They don't care. They literally sleep all day. I got lazy breeds on purpose for that exact reason.
I figured it out. It's the infinity formula.
It's the infinity formula or the anti-life equation.
Oh, I'm not that evil. My last name is worse, not evil.
Rob, evil worst.
I'm just a terrible person, not like really bad.
The grand prize is Rob's Superman number 7.
The
You
shoes
get the knit cap
shiny.
Tony's wearing. Yes, you get this cool Superman. Oh, now he's leaving. And my Star Labs t-shirt. 'Cause I'm cool. I'm very cool. But okay, we've gone about an hour. The
I really appreciate you
anti-exercise
having us
equation.
on.
Yes, thank you so much, Tony. And thank you for the gift certificate. Thank you for these 2 books that are awesome. I'm going to be filing these away probably tomorrow after I blow some money on some more comic books.
I'll be filing this next to my Warlord of Mars, John Carter, number 18.
Very cool. They're your books. Do with them as you please. Give them away. I know if Lady Fantastic does an auction, you can
I'm
auction them off, whatever you'd like. Keep them. Real quick, Rob Worst, social media go.
You can find me on Instagram. My name is Rob Worst, ROBWORST_NNM. Just like Not Near Mint. But for Twitter, you can find me just at Rob Worst. Don't look for me on Facebook because I have stopped caring about that long ago. And check us out on my YouTube channel, Rob Worst. I have a show. It's called Not Near Mint. I hope you join us on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
And that is also Lady Fantastic is also part of that.
Co-starring.
I am indeed Not Near Mint every Wednesday at 9 p.m. my time, so that's 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I am going to be, I think, on Discovery Base tomorrow. He's going to have like a marathon community auction thing.
Oh,
So that'll be kind of fun. And
He's starting that super early.
yeah, like well, for me, it's going to be 11 a.m. So my time. But yeah, I'll be on there, and my channel on YouTube is Lady Fantastic. My Instagram is Caro CARO_syrup SYRUP 84. And hope you all have a good night. And I appreciate you guys for having me on the show. It's been awesome.
I'm just glad I got a bunch of cool folks to say yes. I wish I could have expanded this more to include more, high profile YouTube content, but
Give it time.
I'll give it time, and it could get expensive, I guess. But that's okay. We're definitely gonna have some fun. And keep in mind, especially for Lady Fantastic, the grand prize is awesome. Whoever wins the grand prize, I'm calling now. You have to do an unboxing of this because it's badass.
Okay.
But I'll call it quits here. I want to thank everyone for showing up. Looks like I want to maybe do the voting towards the end of the video and not right away, but that's okay. Whatever.
It's learning.
It's learning. But we all can't be cool like Rob Worst High.
Watch an episode of The Bachelor. That pretty much teaches you everything you need to know about shitty reality TV. Just string them along until the last minute and then go, and we'll show the reveal on the next episode going, wait, what?
If I was on The Bachelor, I'd be walking into a room with a dozen roses and be like, I pick everybody.
If I was on The Bachelor, I'd walk into a room with like antibiotics because I would not want an STD.
We'll just move to Utah.
All right.
My wife watches my show, so I'm probably in a lot of trouble.
All right. Sorry, Mrs. Fett.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, right. She heard me make fun of my baby, my dogs, now my wife. Oh, man. I might never see you guys again.
Oh, no, she'll hate me. I'm the one that thinks that you're giving away your kid.
If I abduct a child, I'm going to be pissed.
If we wake up.
If I had a kid, I'd totally be Maleficent.
Listen, with my kid, you can't feed her after midnight and you can't get her wet.
She turns into a mogwai. Yeah. It's got a baby mogwai.
Yeah, I got my baby from an old Chinese antique dealer.
You know what they say about them? Don't listen to them. Give them as much food as they want after midnight and bathe the hell out of them.
Right? Too funny. Okay, I'm calling it quits here. Thanks, everybody. Special thanks to Lady Fantastic and Rob Worst. Peace. Congratulations, Lady Fantastic, for winning.
Thank
I
you.
should put together a losers bracket. That
You
would
should.
put Rob Worst versus Comic Food 2184.
And then I wonder they could like put their books against each other, or should they do
Yeah.
like I don't
Who
know.
knows? The winner gets the golden turd. I don't know.
The golden turd. I like it. Or the
All right.
drink, maybe.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, I'll see you.
Thanks for watching.
I have to remember to hit end this time.